bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh?
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They Ella they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the New York Giants. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Sam up. You're out.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Check 50. Under crunch. Shift.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Look at me. Go. Switch gears. Check.
On first down, Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Under 2, draw, Parker. Leo. Check.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wait, 20. 58, come on. All day, dog.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Nice, sweetheart.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Regular.
First and 10 at the 42-yard
Hey,
line.
Charlie. Alert.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Well, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Say. What? Squeeze. Hey, Sam off.
Kill.
Hey.
Kill. Turn up. Hey, watch it.
Hit it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Get it.
Throwing, Jones. Will get this out to Barkley, complete. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Here we go.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. 6-0 our score after 1.
High 7.
Hey, watch the slant. 36. Watch out.
6-6. Pull it high. Roll out.
Check 3.
Snap.
He completes it to Tate. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade.
Ready?
Jones now, throwing on 3rd and long. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think that...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touch, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. A good gain there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Guys, out time. Let's get off the field.
Room here to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 29.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
54's my X3. 218, chop it.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay! Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of thing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch. Malcolm. Twist, twist. Regular.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man has got one. It's complete. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Brady now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Could get...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Brady to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
That's going to be a long day. Hey, Alabama.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
Mike, here we go. Set. Keep the Pittsburgh.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
You got it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go on. No, 66. Hey, go 66.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Okay, double up.
Check it.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
Let's set a tone. Bravo.
Mike, check, 59.
You ain't got nothing.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that is going to be incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, alert 3.
13 spill. Check 13.
Off the play fake. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. That will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And Tate's got it. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out.
General West.
Watch the safety creep.
Hey, Sam off.
On 1st down, Barkley. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
51, Mike.
Go.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Watch it. Alpha.
From the 39, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 39 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, that's Alabama. 380.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Brady now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on second down. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Go out.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Oh, what a move. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, Delta.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
Hard. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And some space here. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 68 yards on the ground.
First down, New York.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 57 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He's got his man. This is Tate. He finds some open field here. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
I'm trying to collect. Mike. Rock it. Not here. Kill.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Yeah, this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
He's coming. Double up.
Hey, lock it.
He's checking.
Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.